Hey everybody. Oh my god, this music is really loud in my ears. I'm in a hotel room and it's 12:10 AM. Um I had to push it back 10 minutes and I have because the AC wasn't working. I'll talk about that in a minute. And I was like, get up here. And yes, I know I'm wearing this. It's not really flannel, but I'm also wearing pajamas, so I need to wear this because I didn't feel like putting a bra on. So there you go. So I haven't created an intro for Viking on the Move yet. So we're gonna use Gander Katie. It just is what it is. Uh, so I'll roll the intro, got little Sasquatch with me here, and then we'll get to it, you know? So, boom. Boom! Let's do this. Okay, hey everybody. I'm finally in a hotel. Now I do have some pictures and I did upload some videos. So I accidentally wore these. My sister, I made her spend the night before I left, which was last Friday. So I've been here almost 2 weeks, and then I just left them on my head, and I thought, you know what, I'll wear them for Norway. So I put a little mascara on there for. This room is finally the best room I've had because I'll go through that and some of the things that I've learned, and you've seen some of the pictures. But guys, I'm in Norway. I'm in Oslo. It's interesting because the sun has been going down at about midnight. If you consider going down, it's been dusk for like 2 hours. Now we were about an hour and a half north of here via train in Vince. That's where we started out, and so now I don't know if because we're just a little bit further south, it was already a little bit dark. But it has messed up my sleep schedule completely, and so I'm not sleeping much. So I was like, well, you know what, midnight I can do a Camp Katie, but I can't really go 2 o'clock. So I know it's early for some of you guys. Sorry about that. But tonight, our show, okay, so um, things I've learned along the way in Norway, including info on my flat tire experience, which you guys have seen a couple of the videos. We'll see how it goes. I've taken some notes. Um, I gotta find really quickly. So if anybody wants to say hi, um, I need to find the slides, Google Slides. Give me 1 second, um, so that I can share some of the pictures with you, okay? I had the ones up from last week, or 2 weeks ago, so I've got one called Norway in Norway, which is much better. I've gotta remove this other one. You know, I'm always working on something, right? It's just me. Okay, so first of all, if you've seen the pictures, it's freaking beautiful here. I mean, unbelievably beautiful. I literally have brought myself almost to tears. I know that sounds silly. And honestly, I've got my hair up, but gosh, it's like super luxurious here. Look at it. Like the weather, I don't even have to like I brush it, kind of, and then I don't have to do anything. I don't have to blow dry it, do anything. So I'm kind of digging it. Kinda. I'm really digging it. The food's pretty good too. But okay, so let's move on to let me show you some of the things here. Okay, so this is Norway in Norway, and I'm doing it old school. I've got these on. I don't have anything. It's so funny because I've got. I took the just so happen to have a light back there, and I brought it over here to show you. Okay, so what we first did was we flew in on last Friday, and then, so you already knew this, I think, from the other one. So I flew to Houston. Mona and Grant flew to Houston, and then we took plane to Amsterdam. And you guys, one thing I've also learned, upgrade. I upgraded to premium plus, which was another 250 bucks. But excuse me, it was a 9.5 hour flight, and I had extra leg room. I had a little thing. They gave me a pack. They gave me like the eye things to sleep and whatever, and so spend that extra money when you have a really, really long flight because I just sat next to one lady and I had plenty of room and it was awesome. I didn't sleep. Like, I have not slept much on this trip, it's strange. But that's one thing I learned, spend the extra money if you can, not business class, it's like $1,500 extra, but spend the extra money if you can, okay? And hey, Shell Coppola as well, woman. Well, it is now. We'll see. I haven't gotten my stuff back from the rental agreement, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. Um, okay, so we got there and then we took a train to Lillehammer, which is where they had the Olympics, and I'm going to show you a couple of those things, which is super cool. This is just a restaurant down the street. So we got a hotel that was like right next to the train track slash bus station, which was really cool. It's just beautiful, okay? And then this is a note from her name's Gabrielle. She's like littlehammer.com. Got, I can't read it. Guide for, things to do or whatever. So like I was meeting people along the way and making friends and stuff, and she was like, "Hey, check this out." And I was like, "Cool." So I ended up walking up by myself. Edie and Nate were also there. They walked up with Mona and Grant. I don't remember why. Oh, I had to buy luggage because my luggage got all jacked up. So I'll show you my luggage later. Shell says, "I love you are doing this. Looks amazing." I know, right? Well, it's fun that I'm doing it here. Oh, Dale Dennis. Hi. Hello, dear friend. You too. Yeah, it's funny because it's 12:15 in the morning. So hopefully I'm not bugging the people in the room next to me. But my first room, okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. I have so much to talk about. It's insane. All right, so this is the Olympic Village. This is where they did it. You guys, this is the ski slope thing. And that's like the view from the top. It is remarkable. And so Norway is so beautiful. There's different things. So you have like mountains and stuff and these waterfalls, which I'll show you. And then this is like pretty much what the buffet looks everywhere you go, no matter what. Okay. There's meats and cheeses. Um, they have meats and cheeses. They have like all kinds of pickled herring. Like I had herring with mustard a lot. They have eggs, all kinds of eggs. They have bread. You can make toast. They have yogurt. I mean, like unbelievable. So it's really awesome to go to a hotel and have this for your breakfast because it really helps. And you've seen this. This is a church in I think it's Heedle, and it's from medieval times. So as I put my Viking on the Move stuff together, I'm gonna have different episodes, with like as I go, and I'll have more history on it. But like, isn't that it looks like it belongs in a Harry Potter movie. And then if you guys know me, you know that I love old graveyards because I'm a weirdo. And so this is really cool because look at all that. And it's from 1800. I mean, I know there's some from before. I just didn't look all the way. So, and then this is another one which I thought was really cool. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I always say this, and I can't remember if it's here or on a web page. You can see it, but if you look at the church, if you're looking at it straight on, and you go to the left, if you're looking at it, there's like a kind of a bright greenish mist there, and I'm thinking it's a scepter. It's a ghost. It's somebody wanting to come say hi. But it's just gorgeous. I mean, how do you not do this? So this is where we stayed. So we competed. So then we stayed in Lillehammer and then we went up. And then this was the view from my room, pretty badass. And there's Sasquatch. He's with me. I haven't posted as much with him because I've just been busy and caught up and stuff. And I didn't really post that much of the games either. But they serve 3 meals a day at the hotel and it's all included. So I mean, I did end up spending quite a bit of money because when you get drinks at night, you just charge it to your room. But breakfast is from 8 to noon, and then tea time was supposed to be from 2 to 4, but it was basically 12 to like dinner time. And they always had sweets, some kind of cake, cookies, whatever. And they always had soup. And I had the best moose soup I've ever had in my entire life. It was insane. Best I've ever had. It was amazing. And I've had a moose burger, and then I also had a Norwegian reindeer burger. So I'm kind of on the burger kick, I guess, right now. So I'm in Oslo for a few days. I'll run quickly through the rest of the stuff. I always have too much information. So they did strongman stuff and Highland Games stuff and some the athletes that did tried the Highland Games the first time. We had some adaptive athletes that tried the Highland Games the first time, which was amazing. This is Bergen. I did put a post up on Instagram, I think, about what they do there, when they're doing it. Look at the waterfalls. And this is like what I'm taking as I'm driving. Okay. I guess there's Bergen again. And there is cute little Christina or Christine. She was that's it. Okay, so she was the person at the reception in Bergen. And so here's some of the things I've learned. Okay. Always ask, okay, because they don't give you directions, they'll just give you the address. So always ask explicit instructions. And so I'm driving on Bergen, there's lots of one-way streets, there's lots of foot traffic. I can't find my way, I don't know where I'm supposed to go, I'm trying to park. I see a space, guy comes over, he's like, this is handicapped only. I'm like, what do I do? So thankfully I've got, okay, so always get the plan for where you're going for your phone. So the European plan for $100 for the month. And believe me, I probably used the whole month worth just in these 2 weeks. I was listening to Spotify in the car because it had Apple CarPlay, like all this, and so so um, get it because then you can call the hotels and stuff. You don't have to go to spot Wi-Fi. And so, she said, well, you can park in front of the hotel and put the blinkers on or whatever. And then I had to I put all my bags in and I had to go into the garage, and the garages are a little bit different also. There was no working elevator. So I parked there. I left it there. When I left on Monday, I had to pay $65 to leave, and then also I had to carry my bags up like 5 flights of stairs. I know. Wow, I'm in Norway, it's beautiful, but it was crazy. It's crazy. So, it would be beneficial for you if you're making plans, especially overseas, to talk to someone at the hotel and say, um, "Can you please tell me how I'm supposed to check in? What do I do if I'm driving a car? Can I park there? Where do I go? What do I do?" So that's gonna really come in handy, and so because that happened to me in Bergen, um, I called the hotel that I'm at tonight, which I'll get to in a minute, and made sure that I could park out front, drop my bags, and then take the rental car back, okay? So, another thing I learned is, as you already know, I met a new friend on the train, and it was funny because we had, assigned seats. And so I thought it was a whole family. So there was a guy, and then there was like a young kid, and then there was like a lady, and then her daughter. And I was like, well, I have this seat right here. And it was funny because this whole fiasco happened because we were supposed to leave Lillehammer on a train, and then the trains were full. Thankfully, for Mark Buchanan had called Mona and said the trains are full, and so we all had bus tickets. But we were on a double decker bus, and it was amazing, and it only took an hour to get there. So on the way back, we had already bought the tickets and had assigned seats. So here I am, Mona and Grant were sitting by themselves in these seats, and here I am in the middle of all these people, which I think is family, and I'm making this mom move. And I was like, well, I have seats. So anyway, I'm just talking to the guy in front of me and just cracking jokes and whatever. And then I said, do you want to be Facebook friends? And he said, no. And I said, no. And then he said, no, I do. So we became Facebook friends. And that's what saved me when I had the flat tire initially, because it's somebody I knew in Norway, and we had just happened to have been chatting a little bit, um, and it's all just friend stuff. I'm calling him my my messenger pal instead of my pet pal, but we haven't talked that much. It's just that you never know when somebody you meet will come in handy, you know? Another tip that I learned, Apple AirTags. Apple AirTags, buy these. You can get 4 of these for $100. And then this stuff, the keychains that you put them in is an extra 50, but, I think I've shown it to you before, but I KH, my initials, and then you can, put put what type of bag you are using. So, like, you know, luggage, keys, whatever, and you just pair it with your phone. It's, like, super, super easy. I'm sure Apple AirTag probably has something to do with Android as well, but, whatever you do, find something that you can keep track of your bags. Excuse me, because Mona and Grant went to Krakow for the weekend to, go see Auschwitz and everything, and their bags were lost on the way there. They got back tonight. Their bags lost again. So, I think Carrie's still saying hi. Hi, love. Okay, so all my friends went to Nashville for the weekend. I'm gonna take the ticker off. Um, for Carrie's sister's 50th birthday, and I'm here. I mean, it's not a bad place to be, but it's nice to see you. I know it's really early where you guys are. Like I said, it's 12:24 in the morning now. Um, okay, and so the other thing is, there's no air conditioning. Now there is in this room, so I'm very excited. So we got the feature. The windows only open this much. Now there were some other rooms where they opened more and stuff, but most of the hotels I've been in, they open this much. You have like a thing, and then you pull it, and it just opens from the top. Now it does get down to the 50s, but believe it or not, being from Phoenix, Arizona, I've been hot here because it's coastal in some places. It's more humid. And so it's like like I'm damp, sort of, And so, you know, by the time the sun goes down at midnight, it's kind of cool. You're cool by the morning, but sometimes you go in the room in the afternoon, you're just hot, you know. Um, oh, get the right bags. Okay, so I'm gonna pack later. I've got crap on the floor behind me here. And this room is just adorable, but I just won't show it to you. I'll show it to you later, um, on a post or something. But pack later because what happened with the car? Um, I, so I had taken my friend's bag. They have a really big bag, and I just left it in the car, and then they took another bag to Krakow. So thankfully, all their stuff's not lost right now. But with the so what happened is I had a flat tire and I didn't know what to do. And it was like crazy because literally some of these tunnels are miles. It takes 10 minutes or more to get through. And I always think about, oh my God, what if something happened right now? I'm in this tunnel. But thankfully, I got through this tunnel. And here's the other kicker, okay? So that guy Roger that I just met, that's my friend, had just said, "Hey, I went to the Rammstein concert, blah blah blah." And I said, "Oh, I'm stuck in this traffic," and it was just I was stopped because there was an accident or whatever. Which is why tip number a million: always fill up your car half a tank. Always, just do it because you don't know if there's going to be a natural disaster. You don't know if there's going to be an accident. You don't know if there's going to be construction. No matter what it is, okay, just fill up at half a tank because then you're not stuck. Daryl says it's 3:30 p.m. in Arizona. I know, I'm 9 hours ahead. That's why I scheduled it at midnight. Just to be nice to you guys. Carrie says, "We missed you." I know. I was looking at the pictures. I'm so jealous. Oh. Um, so so now I forgot what I was saying, but pack light. Pack that's what it was. Pack light because I was gonna pack really, really light and then I didn't end up packing as light as I should have. And I'm just gonna have like a rolly bag one next time. I bring my Beamer, which is that blood flow machine, and it's kind of cumbersome. It's worth having, but I brought my laptop, my iPad. I was gonna do some other things. I don't have time to edit right now, but I'm kind of excited about it. So anyway, pack light because if things happen, because I was like, I have their big bag, I have my bag, I have this other bag, another bag. This is too much, too much. So um, let's see what else. Oh, make sure the hotels, like I said, and with the rental cars. Okay, so I have a flat tire, and I booked through AAA. Okay, and um, I got the insurance, but the insurance wasn't through Hertz. It was something called Alliance or something. Now, here's the kicker. I have insurance. I'm covered for up to 75,000 miles, which is more than Hertz, which is like 65,000 miles or something. And but the number I got that Roger gave me was the Hertz 24-hour roadside, which is fine. That's fine because I didn't know what to do. And they were actually great, just distraught and crying and like, oh my God, they don't put a spare in there. So now that's something to know and that's something to check. And then also to check your car and see if it has some kind of special tires because that's what my car was. And it was like literally the guy said, and I have a picture of him, he's a little guy. So we've basically called all over Norway. So here's the kicker. I met the guy on the train. He helped me with the number. I was stuck in the middle of Norway. Tow truck comes. He was going to take me 2 hours back the other way. I'm crying. He calls people. He says, takes me to a garage, but he doesn't call the garage. Like the garage has no idea. So they open at 7:30 this morning. I walk over there. The guy's just basically not very friendly and like, I can't help you. And then I'm just like standing there like an idiot, like, oh, just And I'm like, "I gotta get back, I gotta get home, what am I gonna do?" And I knew it was gonna work out, but I was having this moment of like, "Holy crap." And so I had called again in the morning, the number, and then they were calling and they said, "We're gonna try and get a tire for you, try and get a new rental car." So I went back to the hotel. So just okay, so I met the guy that helped me with it. Where I broke down, they actually took me to a garage and there was only one room left in this place, which is beautiful. I'll show you these videos in a minute. Only one room, and they only had it for one night. But then this morning I was checking and they had one available, and I said, "Do you have one available for tonight in case I need to stay?" And she said, "Yeah, it's a smaller room." And I'm like, "That's fine." So, but I left before noon, and it just so happened. Okay, so he said, "I called all of Norway. It's a special tire. Peugeot supposedly could have it, but they don't have any. I called this other guy that always has them, but just down the road, like, when I made my video of sitting in the back on the tow truck, and I had to sit in the car. It was so I put my seatbelt on anyway because I was like, "What if someone runs into us?" I mean, whatever. So, Brian, love you, Katie. Love you too, Brian. So the only 2 tires that were available were literally right where I was. So, I don't know what you wanna call that, but that was insane. So I did get the tire changed. I did get on the road. I had to drive over 5 hours. I was freaking exhausted. And then when I got here, so I had called the hotel. This is like the Carl Johan Hotel. It's in the middle of town. And I was like, "What do I do? How do I park? Blah, blah, blah. I gotta take this rental car back." And so she said, "Oh, you can park up front for a few minutes, whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I've got, my friend's big bag. I've got my bag, whatever. Gonna bring. I had bought this water at a convenience store, although the water here is pretty delish. So I get everything up, and I take the rental car. But then I lose Google Maps somehow. It's offline. And so I know my friend Brett Wilma and Joe Roulette, they're married, had said, "Always buy paper maps." But it didn't. So you know how Google Maps or Apple Maps will take you somewhere? But like, okay, so if Hertz rental car, if this is where it is, right? And this is the street, but this is like where you have to go in on the garage, it'll take you here and you're on the outside of the building. So that's where I was. And I just started crying again because I was feeling like alone. Like I'm not afraid. I'm independent, I can do everything myself, but I'm just like, "What the frick do I do?" I'm so lost. And so I'm crying, I call my sister, who can I mean, who can help me from far away? And then I just start driving, and I'm trying to call Hertz, and it's like the roadside assistance, they can't help me, and so I just drive straight, and I turn, and as I'm going by, because 'cause I'm like, "I have no maps, I don't even know what to do." I see Hertz rental return, and then I get in there finally, and I return it, and I just get up there, and I'm bawling, and I told the guy, I said, "I didn't fill it up, it's at 3/4 of a tank, I've had a horrible time, this has been ridiculous." And the guy's like, "Don't worry about it, I won't charge you for that." And I haven't gotten the receipt yet, but I'm sure I'll get it soon. So when you get a rental car, make sure that either they give you a tire gauge or you buy one because the air pressure gauge is off in that car. So it doesn't like after they put the tire on today, they calibrated it and everything, it didn't go away. So make sure they have a tire gauge or you bring one or something. Make sure you have explicit instructions on what to do if something happens. Don't just have them send you an email or whatever, have them go over it with you, and then have explicit instructions on how to return the car and bring it back and then everything to do. I mean, like, not just like, "Hey, take it to the garage. How do I get here? What's the entrance? What's the street? Which way do I turn?" Especially if you're alone, and especially if you're in another country, because that was stressful. Also my friend Joey, so Roger had helped me, and then I talked to Joey because he's like, "You doing okay?" And he helped me. He found a Hertz rental place. It was just down the way, and he's like, "Tell them you wanna get a car, and they can pick that one up." I'd already talked to the other guys, so I had people on my side, I had other people checking in with me, and that kind of thing, so and don't forget the right wallet, it's right here. So I got this bag, and it's an RDIF bag, I don't know what that stands for, but it's perfect around here, and it's got the zipper on the bottom, so people can't steal from you, and I always wear it in the front, you can wear it under a jacket. So get the right wallet also. And I know I'm a dork. I put this on here. And the only reason why I put the Apple tag on here, because anybody can steal this and then take the stuff out and leave it. It's because I want to know if I accidentally left it on a bar or something, but I'm a freak and I'm way crazy about it. So, get the right wallet. This is RDIF also. Got the passport thing in it, and then all my cards in here. And I just got an Apple Card I've been using the whole time. I've already been getting cash back. So that's basically it. I can't think of any other info. I'm usually an Airbnb person, but stay in hotels because they have the free breakfast, and it's usually until 10, 10:30, 11 noon if you or yeah, noon if you're at FIFA. And that was really cool too, and I met a lot of cool new athletes. I finally got to meet Kiki and her husband. I cannot say his name. It kind of sounds like Eagle. Um, Bunch of big dudes, bunch of strong women. It was really, really cool. It was like camp for adults. So, um, one of the throwers from Norway who just started throwing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things I can tell you. He said it was like a summer camp for adults or adult alcoholics with the throwing problem, which is a joke. I mean, we had sips, but not too many. Okay, so Nisi says I'm like a pro traveler now, right? And then Jennifer Bush Stevens, hi my dear. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple of videos really quick and then I'll be done. You've seen some of it, but you guys, listen, if you ever okay, so the big things to remember, always talk to people. If they don't want to talk to you, that's fine. Like you'll meet the right people. You never know the connections that you can make. Pack light, get explicit instructions for hotels, parking, rental cars, all of it. Um, Apple car tags, Apple not Apple car tag, Apple tags, right wallet, the right bag, pack light, pack light, pack light. Okay, and bring your best friend with you. So let's watch. I know. I'm sorry that he's got a lot of selfies that gotta get caught up with you. Okay. And probably by paper maps, I actually did well. Like I traveled all through Norway with the maps. It was perfect, even off the beaten path. Let me show you some of the videos, and then um. Oh yeah, Jennifer says charge tags before. I had left them with the thing in it until before I came, so I'll charge them. I don't know how to charge them. I think they're just batteries. I think you just buy new batteries. You know how you do it for like your car? I think that's what it is. Okay, so I had this through here. So let's try this, you guys, and then I'll be done. Um, because it's different than it used to be. So I gotta find where my videos are. So the first one, I don't know if I'll get the talk over. I took the volume out just so you can see the video, and I'll talk over it. I don't know if you'll hear me. So you guys tell me that are watching if you can. This is boarding the Bergen. I mean, boarding the ferry to Bergen. It's just kind of neat to me. So I think you want to see that. So here you go. So I don't know if you can hear me over this. So you have to let me know. Um, I'm trying to see if I can put myself in the layout, but I guess I can't. So that's just loading onto the ferry, and it's kind of nifty. So tell me if you can hear me while that was video was playing. You can get out and you can I could let the volume can't hear me. You can get out and you can go to the top, and that's where I did that other video. And I've also been messing around with iMovie with video audio and stuff because who wants to hear when it's like super windy, right? This is a waterfall on the way to Bergen. Amazing, amazing. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good. So you can hear me over this video right now? That's what I wanna clarify. That's pretty awesome if you can. Okay, so you can. That's great. Okay, then I can explain it because it's cool. Now this is really skinny roads. So yesterday and you guys, it's really amazing that when I got the flat tire when it did, because going through some pretty freaking crazy roads. So I'll show this to you and talk about it then. Look at this. So this is basically like one car. I'm driving. The speed limit is like 80 kilometers, which I forgot to look what that is. But it's I was basically going 30. And it looks like I'm going fast, but look at that. And you have oh hi. And then you have people coming down. Okay, so beautiful. Annie, yes, yeah, Jennifer, yes. Okay, good. Cool. Then now I know how to do this. Yes, okay. Thanks, Annie. Um, so it's weird because I had to stop and back up a couple of times, and then I'm in the tunnel. It's just the very weirdest thing. Now, bunch of waterfalls. I'm gonna show you. a bunch of big ones right now. Not big ones. They call them the big waterfalls because there's a lot of them. But check this out. It's my phone one. So you're driving along, and that's what you see, and that's what it is. So you got a bunch of waterfalls because it's just beautiful granite rock, and then you've got the snow melting, and you just got this water cascading down the mountain. I mean, and it was raining, obviously, so you can see that. But do you see this? Like, this is unbelievable. And I thought I had uploaded the video of where I was, but I think I did that yesterday. So you guys will all see it. I'm gonna add it to the Viking on the Move, which, if you have new people watching, Viking on the Move is the first live one, and then I'm gonna upload all the videos once weekly. So I'll have content for a while. Now check this out. Look what I saw yesterday. Do do do, just driving along. And this is on my phone, obviously with the other way. So like you do selfie shots, and then there's cows there. So they're just like super calm, and I was like nervous that I would spook them and then would just like run at the car or something. So you got a bunch of nature, and you've got this beautiful granite rock, you've got the falls, you got these towns. Oh, see? I had Bergen, the I meant to upload that too to show you the town. So that's it. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Stunning, but I think I'd be distracted driving so beautiful. Well, I would take my phone, honestly, and I would just hold it like this. I wasn't like looking at the phone through it. But I appreciate you guys coming and saying hi. And I know it's really early there. My plane leaves at 6 a.m. on Friday, so I got to figure out how I'm going to get to the airport. 'Cause I'm not sure the trains run at that time. I might have to pay for a taxi or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's if you can ever do something, a place you want to go, just do it. Think of these tips, eat the local food, and trust that you might find someone along the way to help you. Like you guys. A lot of you guys checked in. So I'm fine. It wasn't really fun, but I'm fine. And I learned to listen, and I can help you guys a little bit too. So I went way long. Sorry about that. And Annie says, "You're such a badass taking this trip solo. You have encouraged me to do something like this." Yay! That's good. Yeah. Well, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And just remember, your confidence and how you carry yourself has a lot to do with it too. People aren't gonna mess with you. Okay. Bye, guys. I love you. Oregon loves you, and the journey begins with you. So get out of your comfort zone. Okay. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Boom. Okay. Maybe. Bye.